welcome to another fabulous day of teaching, learning, laughing, and living. Did you know that you are so special? You are so special that whatever you do can have an effect on someone else. For example, if I continuously sneeze and cough all around you, but never would cover my mouth or nose when I did it, the effect would be you would get a cold. You would get sick from my germs. Or if I was always in the classroom, running my mouth, never stopping, talking, the effect I would have on my other classmates would be they couldn't hear what the teacher was saying. This leads me to our story for today. It is called The Little Ant. Let's see how what one person does affects someone else. Let's take a look.
The Little Ant by David Novak. Illustrated by David Drotleff. There once was an ant, a busy little ant, with a great, big, giant appetite. One day, as he scurried home for dinner with a large crust of bread, a snowflake suddenly landed in his path. Whoosh! The little ant slipped and fell. "Snowflake," said the little ant, "you are a big bully. You did that on purpose, and I hurt my leg. Well, you won't get away with it." Before the snowflake could say a word, the little ant dragged him all the way to the jail. "Sheriff," said the little ant, "arrest this snowflake. He fell in my way and made me slip and fall. I hurt my leg." "Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked at the snowflake. "You fell out of the sky to make the little ant slip and hurt his leg? You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The snowflake trembled and said, I'm not a bully. I fell from the sky because I had to escape from the real bully who tried to melt me into a drop of water. Don't arrest me. Arrest the sun." "Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked out the window and called, "Son, get in here." Into the jail came the sun. "Son," said the sheriff, "you tried to melt the snowflake who made the little ant slip and hurt his leg? You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The sun flickered and said, "I'm not a bully. I had to shine bright and hot because the real bully tried to cover me up. Don't arrest me. Arrest the cloud." "Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked out the window and called, "Cloud, get in here." Into the jail came the cloud. Swish! "Cloud," said the sheriff, "you covered the sun who tried to melt the snowflake who made the little ant slip and hurt his leg. You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The cloud sighed and said, "I'm not a bully. I covered the sun because the real bully pushed me into it. Don't arrest me. Arrest the wind." "Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked out the window and called, "Wind, get in here!" Into the jail came the wind. Whoosh! "Wind," said the sheriff, "you pushed the cloud, who covered the sun, who tried to melt the snowflake, who made the little ant slip and hurt his leg? You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The wind whined and said, "I'm not a bully. I blew into the cloud because the real bully stopped me. He was too tough to pass through, and so I had to go around him. Then I bumped into the cloud. Don't arrest me. Arrest the wall." "Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked out the window and called, "Wall, get in here!" Into the jail came the wall. Clunk! "Wall," said the sheriff, "you stopped the wind, who pushed the cloud, who covered the sun, who tried to melt the snowflake, who made the little ant slip and hurt his leg. You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The wall groaned.
I'm not a bully. I have to be as thick and tough as I can be because the real bully nibbles at me. He nibbled a hole in me. Don't arrest me. Arrest the mouse."
"Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked out the window and called, "Mouse, get in here!" Into the jail came the mouse. "Beep, beep, beep!" "Mouse," said the sheriff, "you nibbled a hole in the wall, who stopped the wind, who pushed the cloud, who covered the sun, who tried to melt the snowflake, who made the little ant slip and hurt his leg. You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The mouse squeaked. "Eek! I'm not a bully. I had to nibble a hole in the wall so I could hide because the real bully chased me. Don't arrest me. Arrest the cat." "Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked out the window and called, "Cat, get in here!" Into the jail came the cat. "Meow." "Cat," said the sheriff, "you chased the mouse, who nibbled a hole in the wall, who stopped the wind, who pushed the cloud, who covered the sun, who tried to melt the snowflake, who made the little ant slip and hurt his leg. You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The cat purred and said, "I'm not a bully. I chased the mouse because the real bully made me. He scared me into chasing him. Don't arrest me. Arrest the man." "Is that so?" said the sheriff. He looked out the window and called, "Man, get in here!" Into the jail came the man. "Huh?" "Man," said the sheriff, "you scared the cat, who chased the mouse, who nibbled a hole in the wall, who stopped the wind, who pushed the cloud, who covered the sun, who tried to melt the snowflake, who made the little ant slip and hurt his leg. You big bully! What do you have to say for yourself?" The man frowned and said,
I'm not a bully. I scared the cat into chasing the mouse because I thought the mouse was stealing from me. But now I can see that the real bully is standing right here."
The man pointed a finger at the ant. He's holding a crust of my bread. So don't arrest me. Arrest the little ant. So, you're the one who started this whole thing, the sheriff said to the little ant. You stole from the man who scared the cat, who chased the mouse, who nibbled a hole in the wall, who stopped the wind, who pushed the cloud, who covered the sun, who tried to melt the snowflake, who made you slip and hurt your leg. What do you have to say for yourself? The little ant looked around the crowded jail and said, I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't thinking. The sheriff crossed his arm and looked at the little ant. I'm glad you're sorry, said the sheriff. Then he looked at everyone and said, always remember that no matter how great, no matter how small, what is done by one makes a difference to all. And from that day on, they all did their best to think about what they were going to do before they did it. The end.